At 8:30, we cut across to breaking news coming in. Supreme Court will pronounce the reasons for interim bail granted to Arnab Goswami on the 11th of November. Supreme Court bench headed by Justice Chandrachud will read the judgment tomorrow. Rhythm Anand Bhardwaj joining us with more details. She's with us on the phone line. Over to you, Rhythm.
Let's tell our viewers. Tomorrow, 10:30 a.m., the top court is now going to be giving its verdict on the reasons on the basis of which on November 11th, Arnab Goswami had been given bail. This also comes after he had been in Taloja jail and in other Alibag jail for 8 days, after which bail had been granted by the top court of the country. Remember, when Justice Chandrachud had pronounced the order, there had been a huge celebration that had broken out across the country. But very clearly, when Justice Chandrachud was giving out the order, he had clearly, Soesha, it's personal liberty that's paramount. Today is constitution. Also, when Justice Chandrachud spoke, he said that the fact of the matter is the Supreme Court has the right and the mandate to interfere every time there is a question of fundamental rights and citizens' rights that have been interfered with. Tomorrow, this order is very keenly going to be watched across the nation because this is a mandate for personal liberty of citizens of India. Tomorrow, when this order comes out, we have to see what is going to be giving out details as to why Arnab was given interim bail by the top court, because right at the start of that marathon 6.5-hour hearing that had taken place on 11th of November in the Supreme Court, where we saw a battery of lawyers appearing, the Supreme Court had made this intent clear when they started off by saying this is also a message to the High Court that personal liberty cannot be taken for granted. This is a message that personal liberty has to be taken into consideration. So a very clear verdict that's going to come out from Justice Chandrachud tomorrow that's not going to only lay the land of the country, the law of the land of the country, but also give us great extensive details about what really constitutes under law the personal liberty of a citizen. I also want to tell our viewers that this verdict is going to come at 10:30 a.m. Justice Chandrachud at that time had said traveling on the path of destruction if the court doesn't interfere today. So when those observations were being given out by Justice Chandrachud, there was a great sense of elation that people across India were feeling because he was talking about personal liberty, something that Indians feel extremely strongly about, something like the fundamental rights of people that Indians speak about. Tomorrow at 10:30 a.m., the detailed reasoning of Justice Chandrachud and Justice Indira Banerjee, the honorable judges on the Supreme Court bench, is going to be out. 11th November is the date when Arnab had been released on interim bail from Taloja jail. He got released from the topmost court of the country that had finally given interim bail after 8 days in which the Sessions CJM court had said police custody will not be given. We had then moved the High Court and finally knocking on the doors of the Supreme Court had given this out. In fact, even when the orders were giving out, he had said that we may differ in ideology, but constitutional courts will always have to protect freedom, and that is what they did, upholding personal liberty. The Supreme Court also said at that time, we are deeply concerned. We must send out a message today to the High Courts. They clearly told the High Court, exercise your jurisdiction to uphold personal liberty. If we don't act in personal matters like this, it will be very disturbing. If High Court doesn't act in matters like this, there will be complete destruction of personal liberty. Soesha, all eyes at 10:30 a.m. when that verdict is going to be out.
Absolutely. And we'll come back to you then. For the moment, I want to thank you for joining us and sharing all these details with us.